Hey there! You probably know by now that for most of us, looking for services or products starts on Google. Showing up on the first page of Google dramatically increases your chances of selling. In fact, 75% of us never go further than page 1. So, how do you get there without spending all your money on advertising? I'm Svetlana from Puri, and we make digital marketing simple for small businesses. So, when we are talking about showing up on Google, essentially we are talking about SEO, search engine optimization. It is one of the most cost-effective ways to get your business in front of people who are already searching for what you offer. The great thing about it is that it can be done without paid ads, and it is simpler than you might think. Let's start with the basics, and then we'll move on to the strategies you can use to rank higher. At its core, SEO is about helping your website show up on Google when someone searches for a product or service like yours. Say you run a flower shop in Bristol. If someone from Bristol types "flowers for Mother's Day near me," they will see your website in the results if it has relevant, helpful information. Unlike paid ads, which stop working when your budget runs out, SEO builds momentum over time, meaning it is going to pay off in the long run. So how does it work? Search engines like Google are constantly scanning the internet to find content that is helpful and useful. They use 3 main steps to show users the best results. The first step is what is called crawling. Google finds your website and reads its pages. Then it saves that information in its database. That is called indexing. And finally, we come to ranking. When someone searches, Google decides which pages to show first based on a number of factors, like content quality, speed, mobile friendliness, and keywords. Think of Google as a matchmaking service trying to connect people with the most helpful content. As a small business, there are some small changes you can apply to your website to make a difference in ranking. First of all, you need to decide which keywords you want to target. Keywords in this case are search queries that people type in the search bar on Google. This could be florist near me, physiotherapy Glasgow, or how to get on the first page of Google. Think about the key services you provide or questions that you, as a specialist, get most often from your clients. These would be exactly the keywords that your ideal customers are typing in on Google. Make sure that each of your website pages targets a different set of keywords because otherwise they might be competing against each other. Use clear page titles and descriptions so both people and Google instantly understand your page. You can put your primary keyword near the start of the title and state a benefit. Try to keep it around 50-60 characters or your title will be truncated. For example, if you're a coach, you can have a title: Career Coaching in Berlin, define your next career step. Then write a 1 or 2 sentence description. That is approximately 150-160 characters. It should be aligned with the search intent and add a soft call to action like book online or see prices. The meta description for our coach would be: book a free 30-minute call, get a simple 3-step action plan, and start moving forward today. Including your main keywords in the URL also helps Google and humans understand your page at a glance and can increase click-through rates. Keep URLs short, lowercase, and separate your keywords with hyphens, but do not stuff your URLs with random keywords. A good example would be yourdomain.com/career-coaching-berlin. As you can already see, for a local business, it is important to use local keywords. Phrases like therapist in Manchester, beauty salon London help you show up for local searches. If you serve more than one area, make a simple page for each location so people and Google see that you're local to them. Keep each page unique with the exact address, opening hours, a map, couple of local reviews, and a clear Book Now button. If you have a Google business profile, which you definitely should, make sure that the data on your website is identical to that on the Google business profile. Name your images clearly and add simple alt text. For example, rename image 1234 to something like Career Coach Berlin intro session. Use hyphens to separate words the same way you would do it for a URL. Write short alt text that says what's in the image and why it is there. It helps search engines to index your site better, but what's even more important, it helps people with visual impairments to have a better experience with your website. Write for real people, not search engines. The more time people spend on your page, the higher Google will rank it. Provide helpful information in a format that is easy to digest and avoid stuffing your pages with keywords. It is more about quality than quantity. Finally, most people, including probably yourself, search on their phones, and Google looks at your mobile site first. If it is slow or hard to use, your rankings drop. Run a quick check and make sure that your website loads fast. Texts are easy to read, buttons are big enough to tap, and images are compressed. So, to sum it up, SEO is really about being helpful, clear, and visible to people who are already looking for what you have to offer. If you write useful content, make your website easy to navigate, and focus on your local area, you will already be ahead of many others. This week, try taking one small step, like checking your titles and description or adding separate pages for each of your locations. And if you want a shortcut, we have a dedicated team at Puri that can help you build the website of your dreams. That will also be SEO friendly. Check out the link below and get in touch. That's it for today. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.